Well, here we have in the LCF school collection of antique radio and telegraph and computer equipment. We have this old Soviet telegraphy system. This is a wired system running wires between the units, an old-fashioned telegraphy system, World War II or earlier. Basically, it consists of a key to send a meter to monitor the current plus or minus in the loop, and a sounder which you could listen to the sound, all with adjustments, adjusting the tension here, adjusting the play on the key and the tension. And then in addition to that, you could read this thing by actually listening to the sound, or quite clever, there you see the gear turning here. The tape comes in and goes this way, and notice when I press the sounder, the little wheel, this little wheel right here goes up and down. It goes in an ink well. The ink well here gets ink on it, and when it goes up, the wheel goes up, it puts an ink mark on the tape, comes down, it doesn't ink the tape. So this inks a paper tape in unison with the code as the tape goes through this system. So you don't have to be in front of it in order to get the back of the unit. Again, here's the meter for monitoring the current and the current loop. Here's some equipment for reversing the current. And here's where you hooked up the wires from unit to unit. You transmit many, many miles over the wire system. You see the gears turning inside, and here's the sounder and the key over here. Actually quite simple in principle. Quite a lot of machining and milling and mechanical machine work went into building this system. Looking in the back side of the gearbox, you see a little thing in here is a governor that controls the speed. When I turn it on, I'm turning it off, turning it on, that little propeller there essentially works off wind resistance and controls the speed that these gears are turning. And again, you see the gears turning, and if I go over here to the side, you'll see the little wheel up here turning that pulls the tape down through the ink well. So this is an old Soviet telegraphy system, and we can't tell you much more about it. I don't know how long it'll run on a wind, but you can wind it up quite a bit. And so if you get tired, want to go take a coffee break or a snooze, you just let it copy the code directly on the paper tape if you get tired listening to the sounder itself. The LCF group has an extensive collection of historical microcomputers, old amateur radio equipment, and Soviet radio equipment from World War II. And our intent is to have a full-fledged museum here in Floyd in the future. We welcome you to come and see our collection and visit Floyd, Virginia.